YouTube, I want to talk about that good old famous thing called lock styling. Today in 2016, dreadlock styling and lock styling has changed dramatically. I have seen people go from just doing the classic fishtail and braids and ponytails to now you got all kind of things like Z-stitching, roping, fish scaling, barrel braids, barrel rolls, all of the above. And I've also seen people use these styles as cover-ups to repairs. I've seen people just use these styles just to, you know, mask a maintenance that's needed to be done, or just a number of things. But I want to start with the basics of understanding styling before we go into the techniques of how a style is made. One, I think a lot of people aren't paying attention to the foundational aspects of styling and understanding that styling hair should be one of those healthier aspects. Being that your hair is already a protector, being that your hair is already imbalanced, and being that your hair is not used to being a vanity aspect for you, you are taking your hair out of its comfort zone when you do a lot of the styling. But that's not saying that you have to stop. What I'm saying with that is just understand what a style is and what a style can do for and with your hair. So in my aspect of lock styling and hair styling, all of the above, I like to use the good phrase of breaking the hair down and building it back up. So if we're going to break the hair down with the styling and all the things that we need to do, building it back up comes into the quality of products and the understanding of the things that we do and we put it into the hair. The tension, the bobby pins, the products, the whole nine when it comes to implementing a good, healthy style. And everybody wants that style to last. Everybody does want that style to be healthy. But if that style isn't beneficial and that style isn't of a good quality, then that style is harmful for your client or yourself going forward. So since we don't want to go against what hair is doing, since we really don't want to break it down that bad and make hair that big of an issue, I say let's work with it. So before we even worry about doing a style, let's do scalp analyzation. Let's understand what our scalps look like, even with scalps that have breakage, even with scalps that have, follicular aspects, all kind of dermatitis aspects, or different things that are going on with the hair. Understand what these things are first, and sometimes we just have to tell our clients, no, today you can't get this certain type of style, and no, because of the tension on your edges, you can't do this certain type of style. No, because of this that's going on in the crown of the head or the nape of the area. Your style needs to either go backwards or your style can go forwards, just to kind of take tension off of certain areas in the head. Also, being honest with your client about what a style is and how a style can be implemented is also very important. Because like I said before, some clients I'd be like, no, you know what? I just don't think that this style is going to be good for you. I don't think this style is going to be a healthy aspect for your hair and what you have going on. Either you have extensions, you have extreme amount of thinning, or you just have some crazy different things going on because of stress levels or all of the above. And I never mean to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes it's just honesty is important when it comes to these aspects, because I never want you to take a style down, and as you take a style down, you're taking locks down, it's just falling out of your hand, and you're looking at your hair like, who did this magic trick? Because I didn't ask for my hair to be in my hand. I thought it was supposed to be on my head, even though I just took these braids down, this barrel braid, whatever you just had going on in your head. And a lot of people feel like, oh, okay, so I got this style and I want it really, really tight, so that's going to hold. So the more I feel it pulling, then that's going to make sure that the style is going to last longer. But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean absolutely nothing. Because I can do a style that's really loose and you can barely tell that it's there, and that style will hold on to itself and give itself a greater possibility of longevity and all of the above because of the type of tools and the things that I'm going to use when it comes to holding up my style, like a quality of a bobby pin or the quality of a different type of hydration method or all of the above, especially understanding your workout skills and all of the stuff that's going to go on with it. So just slapping a style on someone's head is not the best way to go, because you can cause stress levels from that too, and that also could be a level of breakage onto the hair and in that person's life. So lock styling can be fun, it can be real cool, it can give you all of these different possibilities, but if you're not working with the hair, you have a really big issue going forward. So what I want to start with, after talking about the quality of products, the quality of tools and all that can go into it and how to implement these things, and the tension of that, please understand that tension is very, very important. Tension, again, is very, 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 very important. Do not just let these people pull on your hair. Do not just let these people tell you that the tightness of this is going to work. And do not walk out their salon or anybody's house or wherever you got your hair done feeling like Kinda Chung. You didn't walk in there cooking shrimp fried rice. Don't walk out there looking like Trisha Takanawa either. That is not going to work for you, okay? I'm telling you now, I am tired of seeing black people or people with locks in the natural hair industry or whatever with no edges. Like you just getting snatched out because you allowing this person to just pull, and then after the follicular damage has been caused and all of the things that are going on with that scalp, and you just put all that stress on there, then you're looking for it to grow back like this. Well, I'm sorry. You can't just rub a magic lamp and think that hair is just going to grow back and everything is just going to be fine. It's not. So what you have to do is you're going to have to work with it and understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and when you're doing it. So let's start with the classic fishtail. I've seen a lot of people get this fishtail, and I love the fishtail. I ain't going to even lie. I think the fishtail is one of the most professional, profound, classic styling when it comes to lock styles. Men and women, dogs and cats, birds, fleas, gnats, roaches, and everybody else can wear a fishtail and it look okay. It will look phenomenal. You can take fishtails and do them all different type of ways. You can curve them, take them straight back, take them from the back to the front. You can do whatever you want. Now with the fishtail, that's just the overlay process where you're just taking the hair and basically overlaying it across itself all the way down to the end of the hair. Now you're not overlaying straight across, because if you go overlay straight across, that is no longer a fishtail. You want to make sure that you stay diagonally. Now that's what's going to give you your fishtail, and you'll be able to see it start to form before your eyes. Now again, this is not something you have to pull a lot of tension on or anything like that. You just basically take the hair from edge to edge. If you're going to do a middle part, you're going to do just one at a time, and you just want to lay those things across in a diagonal aspect to make sure that that fishtail is classic and it's going to lay there. And what that fishtail is going to do is going to do two things. Not only it's going to hold those edges, but on the inside of that fishtail, if you did it correctly, it's going to hold on to all of those locks and put them in a straight column, which means that will not allow them to move. In that style, it's going to hold onto that hair, make sure that that maintenance and that retwist will last for the entire time of the entire life of that fishtail. So the moment you take the fishtail down, then your hair starts to kind of revert back to itself, which we want. So that's not a problem. In the fishtail and at the end of it, I only use 2 bobby pins, one in each corner. Now, it doesn't take much to implement the bobby pins in there. You just want to take the bobby pins and pin them into a diagonal aspect, make sure that they're hidden once you put them into that style. After the fishtail, I've learned to do the fish scale, which is more of a little more intricate, but it's not as. You're still doing the diagonal aspect, but you're going under this time instead of just overlaying. You're taking one part going over and under, the next part going over and under the opposite way, and just working it that way. And that's going to pretty much get the fish scale going. So the difference between the fishtail and the fish scale is just an overlay. The fish scale goes over and under each part, so it kind of makes it look like you have 2 barrels going down, but you actually don't. You still just have one aspect of a style. It just kind of multi-dimensional. It makes it a little more 3D in that aspect. After those 2 different things, which is kind of a braiding format, so you can kind of put those in the braiding basket, you have more of what is called a barrel roll, barrel twist, barrel braid, all of the above. And that's where the hair is taken and it's more wrapped. You're taking each piece, and it's kind of like an African braid or an African cylinder, and you're just wrapping it around the hair that you kind of picked up and made a little small ponytail throughout the head. What this allows a little versatility when it comes to your styling. You can take these and fold them and mold them and do all different type of things with it. So you can make different balls in the front or different classic mohawks going throughout the head if you like abstract art or different things like that. As the client takes them down, if they want to try at home to try to remake them and do something else with the style just to have a different look on a Wednesday through the Saturday of the next week or whatever the above, they have that versatility. All they have to do is just take the pins out, reposition these pieces, and put them back in, and then those things work just fine. So all you have to do on that one is just basically, this is a wrapping technique in which you're just going to take and you're wrapping the hair around all the way down to the end of the locks and tying it to just secure what you're doing. Some people like to use rubber bands and all of those different type of things. I don't. I like to just use the hair for itself, with itself, so that going forward you don't have to worry about rubber bands getting stuck in the locks and all of these type of things. You can't use a bobby pin because the bobby pin is going to make that end really stiff. You want a lot of versatility and flexibility in this. And again, this is another one of those things you don't have to do too tight. Okay, so just kind of let this thing relax, rest, and just kind of come into itself, and you'll be able to see as you play with them and you fold them and you tuck them and you wrap them around themselves that actually they're going to come together just fine, and they're going to look really, really nice. And I think your client just enjoy just the different looks walking out of the salon saying, you know, even though I know I have locks, I have a different feeling today, I have a different outcome today. And that's pretty much one of the awesome aspects of doing the lock styles, that you can just give a person a different feeling. She can walk in feeling like a bum, feeling like a homeless person on the street that was collecting dollars in a McDonald's bag, to walking out feeling like she's just on top of the world, Cleopatra, all of the above. And that's pretty much what you want your client to feel like, that they just came in and got an awesome service and feel beautiful, like their inner beauty just really is just highlighted and radiant at this point in time. So another aspect of styling I've seen people do is braiding. You can do different type of braiding techniques, which is really easy. Everybody in 2016 should know how to braid. If not, I need you to start over. Go back to the drawing board. Let's kind of get this thing going and understand what a braid does. A braid is classic. Like you just can't deny a braid at this point in time. There's even times where I just have to resort back to doing a old-fashioned braid, pulling out my Madam C.J. Walker book and just making it happen. Also, this other thing that I've just now learned, which is called roping. This is one of those really new trendy things that's going on now in 2016 that everybody is doing. Football players, basketball players, tennis players, people that walking down the street, children that don't even have no job. Everybody is getting ropes right now, and they're just loving it. And I think that it's cool because it's another one of those aspects that allow you to just leave your hair alone. But now I have seen some people become extremely messed up in the aspect of getting these ropes because people are just pulling too tight, or they just want this stuff to last forever. It's not a Keith Sweat song. It's not made to last forever. Take that stuff down after 2 to 3 weeks and just let it be itself. But this is a style where you can get 2 in 1, because once you take it down, it'll give you a nice wave look, a really nice crisp wave look. And I've seen that can last for a good period of time too, because what you're doing is you're basically doing a African 2-strand twist. Instead of to the right, you're going to go to the left, and you're twisting to the left, letting your left hand and your right hand holding your left hand as your guide, letting your right hand pretty much do an over twist, just pretty much getting that going. And you're going to do it wet. So as this client is setting, they're going to set under the dryer and have a healthy outcome when it comes to that. So once they come from under the dryer, the hair is set, it is stuck, it is done. And that's pretty much all you had to do. You didn't have to do too much to this style. Now, if you want to do things after that, like you did the barrel roll, kind of maneuver it and play around with it and twist it up and make it have a little maze and all that other stuff going on, you can. You have the versatility of doing all of the above. But mostly in this, what I've seen a lot of people to do is just get the 2-strand twist and let it hang and just enjoy the fact that it's just a bundled up lock, and they like the textured look. They like everything that goes on with it, especially when they have colors. Guys love it because it's really easy. It holds their maintenance. Women love it because they can do all kind of ponytails, updos, all the above with it. So I think that's cool. So I've loved lock styling, I'm not gonna even lie. So and I really enjoy doing the, giving a person a different feeling and them handing in the mirror and they're like, oh my God, this looks so nice. This is so cool. But I tell you, my first thing in lock styling is understanding the quality of hair and understanding the quality of a healthy, successful, beneficial outcome before I even worry about styling your hair. Because again, there were times where I will tell you no. There were times where I'll be like, look, this is not gonna work for you. I understand you want it, and just because you got 7 locks that touch the middle of your back, the rest of them touch your shoulders, and you got some that don't even touch nowhere, that don't mean you can just get a style. Especially if you're in a healthy repair regimen and we're trying to get you back in a good place. Styling is not your mindset. Right now, it's getting you back to where you need to be so the hair continues to grow. It's where I want you to think from and understand. And then as the hair gets to a healthier place and you'll know that you graduated to getting healthier styles, that's when you know everything is pretty much where we need to be. So in my aspect of lock styling, this is the type of bobby pins I use, and I get them from Sally's. It comes on this little string, and they're called premium brand bobby pins. Again, you can get these from Sally's. It's a really strong bobby pins, because some of you guys get that dollar box, and then you put that bobby pin on those locks, and those locks just disrespect it. Now, even though I've opened this, I can open this to capacity. Now watch this. It's gonna close right back like nothing ever happened. There are some bobby pins you open up. As soon as you open it up, it's done. It's stuck. It will not pop back. I can really open this up really far, and I'm not like playing. That hurt. You can open this up really far and see that this really will go. My finger can go all the way down in that. I can push it as hard as I want to, but the moment I take it back out, that bobby pin comes right back to where I need it to be. This is gonna offer my clients a good hold, but you still have to make sure you put that in the right place, or you can still compromise the lock. So all of these things kind of play a part in this lock styling, from your edges to healthy products to healthy tools, healthy mindsets, understanding the technique, understanding the tension, understanding pretty much your client and what your client's goals are, your client's life and their lifestyle, so that you don't offer stress, you don't offer issues, and all of the above. Some styles can cause issues, like some clients, while they're working out and while they're doing different things, they are sweating and different things on the inside of that style, so they're itching because the style is so packed together that their scalp can't breathe. You don't want that. So if I was your client, they'd be like, how long can I keep this? I would tell them a lot of times, since I know that you're going to be back to me within 3 weeks, keep this for a week and a half. It's going to hold your maintenance. So that last week and a half, let that reversion come in. Let that hair just be itself. Let it kind of revert back to what it's going to go through, so that your hair cannot be confusing what's going on. You don't get stretch damage. You don't get tension. You don't get anything that's going to come along with that that's going to cause you issues in the future. And with you holding on to a proper balance the right way, in the right aspect, doing the right things, then this hair would also work with you versus against you. So pretty much just pay attention to the techniques that I have shown you today, and just see how they can work for the greater good of the hair, with the hair, and how you can get deeper into lock styling. You may not be good when you first start out. You may not be the best when you first start out, but that's okay. Dedication is experience is success. If you just keep practicing with it, keep playing with it, just trying to do different things with it, who knows, you may come up with the next trend in 2017, or you just may, become one of those people that you look up to on Instagram or wherever you want to be, and have a bazillion followers and all that kind of stuff. But I tell you one thing, having a lot of followers does not mean that you are great. Having a lot of followers means you can take a lot of great pictures. What makes you great and what makes you who you are is how you understand what you're doing and how you implement to your clients and have a great level of client retention. So don't worry about how many followers you get. Worry about how many people you can impact and bless and take to another level when it comes to giving healthy styles, healthy hair, healthy aspects, all of the above, so that they can come back to you and really feel like you're doing something beneficial with them in their life and with their hair as their hairstylist. Okay? Peace.